Good evening and welcome to the National News Broadcast. We're going to bring you the top stories from home and around the world. I'm Natalia Virvardhana.
Good evening, I'm Clifford Richards. First of all, we take a look at the headlines.
A woman killed in an earthslip in Gaul. Floods in many parts of the island. The President reiterates that it was during his tenure that the highest ever funds were allocated for education. The Prime Minister says that there are no objections over other inquiries on the Easter attack. Dilrukshi Das Wickramasinghe has been removed from duties in the post of Solicitor General. Indian Prime Minister warmly welcomed in the US.
And moving on to the stories, and firstly, weather-related news. All schools in the Gaul and Mathura districts will be kept closed tomorrow and also the day after. Southern Province Governor Hemal Gunasekara says that this decision has been taken considering the inclement weather prevailing over the two districts. It has also been reported that a woman has been killed in an accident connected to heavy rainfall in the Wanduraba area in Gaul. Several others also have been injured. Our correspondent says that property damages have been reported from many areas and parts of that area due to flooding. Two houses in Kokawala in Wanduraba, Gaul, have been subjected to an earthslip. A 36-year-old woman who met with an accident in this incident died upon admission to the hospital. Another woman injured in the incident is receiving treatment at the hospital. Two children were rescued. Our correspondents have been reporting many parts of the island receiving heavy rainfall. There's been continuous showers throughout the day today in the Colombo city as well. A gloomy weather condition has prevailed in the afternoon. The Irrigation Department announcing that the water levels in the Kalu, Nilbala and Ging rivers are rising. The Kalu River is at spill level in Millakhanda area. The water level in the Gingaga is also reported to be increasing in Thavalama and Baddegama. A minor flood situation has been created in Thavalama. Floods were also reported from Panadugama along the Nilbala River by evening today. Several low-lying lands and roads have come under water due to overflowing of the Kirambara Oya. The flood situation has also been created in Akurasa, Simala, Goda and also Kamurupiti due to overflowing of the Nilbala River. The Lenabatu Reservoir in Kamurupiti is overflowing after 6 years. As a result, many areas were inundated. Backhoe machines have been used to expand the mouth of the Nilbala River into the sea in order to expedite the flow of flood waters. Many areas along the Gaul-Baddegama road, including Dangedara and Kaduavatta and Yakalamulla and Imadu, have also come under water due to the inclement weather. As a result, obstructions have been caused to vehicular transport. Vehicle traffic in Mapalagama road was completely obstructed. Water capacity in the Ravana waterfall has rapidly increased. The Disaster Management Division of the Badula District Secretariat has informed the residents to refrain from bathing in the waterfall area. The Alla Police Station informs motorists travelling on the Alla Valvaya road to remain vigilant as there is a danger of rocks falling onto the road. A house was damaged due to fall of a tree in a protected area in Vavathanna in Bandarwala last night. The entrance to the Vavathanna hospital was also obstructed. Rains were reported to be lashing in many areas in Valimada Plains as well. Uva Paranagama, Atampiti and Bandarabala are also receiving exceptional rainfall. Water level in Umaga has also been rising rapidly and minor waterfalls in the area have been activated. The Met Department predicts further heavy rainfall in the coming days as well. Accordingly, certain locations in the southern, Sabaragamuwa Central and western provinces may receive rainfall exceeding 200 millimeters. Rainfall exceeding 75 millimeters is expected in certain locations in the northwestern and northern and also Uva and eastern provinces. Thunder showers may occur in the coastal areas in the western, southern and northwestern parts of the island. The Met Department adds that the wind speed may increase rapidly to 70 to 80 kilometers per hour. Fishing and naval communities have been informed to remain extremely vigilant.
The Disaster Management Centre informs the residents in the districts of Kalutara, Kegaul and Gaul to remain extremely vigilant on accidents connected with earth slips. Over 1,200 persons in 382 families have been affected by the inclement weather. This was disclosed in a media briefing today. Director of the National Disaster Relief Centre, Chaminda Patiraja, said that 1,201 individuals in 382 families have become victims of the flood situation. 10 houses were fully damaged and 365 others have been partially damaged. Heavy rains and strong windy conditions have destroyed houses in other parts of the island as well. It has also been reported that 15 business places were damaged. A preliminary payment of 1 million rupees has been provided to the district secretaries as emergency disaster relief aid. The district secretaries have been instructed to use these funds for preparatory measures in this regard. The money are to be utilized to provide cooked meals and for other facilities for persons in relief camps. A further 500,000 rupees has been handed over to the Galle district secretary to provide relief to the victims.
President Maithripala Sirisena says that he has spent a sum on education more than any other government since assuming duties as the president. The president was addressing a ceremony at the Segala Central College in Kottapitiya, Polonnaruwa today. President Maithripala Sirisena has declared open a new building at the school built at a cost of 7.3 million rupees under the Pibidem Polonnaruwa project. The building is comprised of a laboratory, home science laboratory and 4 classrooms. It was built through the labours of the Sri Lanka Air Force personnel. The president said that expenditure on education is a long-term investment. He added that since assuming duties as the president over 4 years ago, he has spent the highest amount on education in the country. The president further said that more than 45 billion rupees has been spent annually on university education. He also said that he, after becoming president, has increased this amount to 60 billion rupees. More than 85 billion rupees have been spent on construction of new buildings, including libraries and dormitories in the universities in the past 4 years. 280 million rupees have been spent on the Dimulagala Aranya Senasane. The president added that this was the highest amount spent on a Pirivana in the country. Today the parents are compelled to focus on more attention on the children. In addition to the task of providing education to them, the racketeers are making use of the children in the primary schools to youth for their fraudulent activities. He said that therefore they have a great challenge to understand the situation and confront such activities. The president also said that the funds within themselves have now depleted, therefore the major task could be commenced. He also said that each school will be provided 1 million rupees from next week and work has to be carried out utilizing these funds. A building with 8 classrooms was also vested with the students at the Nikapitiya Junior School today. A sum of 9.52 million rupees has been spent in this connection. A multi-purpose building comprising a main hall, modernized at a cost of 2.9 million rupees, was also declared open at the Kahatagahapitiya Junior School in Alahara. The president has taken part in a ceremony on this occasion to symbolically hand over housing ownerships to low-income families as well as library books and also school equipment to students. A building classroom and also classrooms in Radhavige Oya Junior School in Alahara has also been renovated at a cost of 4.2 million rupees. It was declared open by the president. The president also took part in the Rangevillia program at the Sagala Vihare today. It was a project of the president's office. The program encourages female farmers to engage in organic farming. 200 female farmers in Alahara division have received agricultural equipment valued at 4.4 million rupees on this occasion.
Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe says that the presidential candidate of the United National Party will be announced in due time. He said that the selection of the candidate is confidential. The Prime Minister stated that will not stand against the request made by the Cardinal to establish a new commission to probe the Easter Sunday bombings. The Prime Minister made these comments while taking part in the Cinnamon Future of Tourism Summit 2019. The annual summit was organized by the Cinnamon Hotels and Resorts for the 3rd consecutive year. Many intellectuals, professionals and leading businessmen of the tourism sector participated in the summit, which was held with the approval of the United Nations World Tourism Organization. CNN's international business editor Richard Quest hosted the exclusive discussion with the Prime Minister at the summit.
When are you going to announce your presidential candidate?
Very soon.
Does that mean you're not going to tell me now?
No, why should I? That's the secret.
You're going to tell me you can guarantee that the country is safe. How can you do that?
We've learned from the Easter Sunday explosion. So now we've ensured that we follow up on all the information that we receive. Secondly, is the fact that we are taking a very close look at the ISIS. Until then, we were looking at terrorism in general. We are now giving to the extreme elements, not only the ISIS, but there are others also who are on the border lines as far as preaching hate is concerned.
There are numerous investigations taking place at different levels, parliamentary and so forth. Can you guarantee to me today that the full story, when these reports come out, will be made public in all its glory?
Certainly, the Parliamentary Select Committee report will be made public. And now there's also a request by His Eminence the Cardinal for the appointment of a commission. We said let the Select Committee report be out, and certainly I wouldn't mind another inquiry into the incident and go into the details which may not have been covered by the earlier one.
So you wouldn't object?
I wouldn't object. I think we should have public inquiries. I was happy that the Select Committee also made their inquiries public.
It was a defining moment for your tourism industry, wasn't it, which was growing well. What is the lesson do you take from this?
The lesson is, whatever part of the world, we are facing a new threat. We've got to work together, and we can't disregard the information that comes in, however improbable it may look.
Right, and however difficult it is within government.
However difficult it is, because if the security system works, then the information must go out to the people.
You set the parameters, you make the visa requirements, you do all of these things, but the private sector has to deliver the product. So what do you view as your role?
Well, as we said, we've got to set the parameters, look at the long term. Should it be 5 million in 2 years, or should we plan longer for the infrastructure, build up the experience? Now, those are the key issues with the government and the trade have to work together. Then thereafter, the trade must take over. What's happened in Sri Lanka, unfortunately, at the very inception in late 60s, the government played a leading role. And many people still expect the government to play the leading role. No, we have other tasks in tourism, protecting the environment, looking at the visa regimes, how we get in, ensuring standards in the hotel, funding, training, but the actual hands-on delivery has to be done by the industry. Industry no longer is a few large operators and a few large hotels. It's from the person who has a 2-room guest house to the one who sells hoppers, they're all in the business. And we've seen that as a result of the Easter explosion. Looking at our plan, we've laid the infrastructure groundwork for investment. But any type of investment such as manufacturing, exports, will take you 6, 7, 8 years. It'll be 10 years before you get the full benefit. But in case of tourism, you can do that in 5 years. For the next circle of 2025, tourism is a major player in creating incomes and jobs.
Aren't many of Sri Lanka's airlines' problems a result of government interference and meddling?
Certainly, it was a question of government interference, and we have a debt of about $1 billion. We all have to pay that.
Well, no, I'm not.
Why, Richard, each time you come here and you pay VAT, you're paying a part of it.
The industry is vital. The industry is fundamental to it. Can you assure us today that it is not going to be a political football?
It won't be a political football. I think already industry players at different levels have taken it over. And what I found rather interesting was that after Easter bomb, politicians, irrespective of their parties, were all pressing us, get it moving. That was all that mattered. Wherever there were tourist centers like Dambulla, Negombo, it's the same message that came. For 2 months, Parliament, we had to listen to all that advice the opposition gave us as to how the tourist industry could start moving.
And you're going to do it?
We'd done it by the time they were talking.
Finally, are you sure you won't tell me who the presidential candidate will be?
No, Richard, I'm a bit frightened because every politician wants the top job and all of them have got frightened and they say, all 225 must be thrown out.
Thank you very much, Prime Minister. Thank you. The Prime Minister.
If it was not for the crisis economically, our industry would never be respected the way that it is. That is fantastic, which is why I always say the beauty of tourism is actually not the tourists. It's the magic and the alchemy that it inspires to change nations. 10 years ago, 500,000 arrival. We then fast forward to a process in which this industry here at home in Sri Lanka was used as a way of bringing together identity, bringing together healing, bringing together pride, and bringing the world to see the way Sri Lanka defines itself in the future, not because of the past. That is remarkable. There is an agnostic beauty in tourism that is undeniable and that no other sector has in the world. We are the only sector that generates 1 in 10 jobs, 10% of global GDP.
Moving on with more local stories, Attorney General Dappula de Oliveira has requested the Public Services Commission today to conduct an investigation on the telephone conversation between the Solicitor General Dilukshi Das Wickramasinghe and the Chairman of Avantgarde Maritime Company Nissanka Senadipati. Coordinating official to the AG, State Counsel Nishara Jayaratna said the Attorney General has made a request to conduct a systematic investigation on the telephone conversation and to follow appropriate measures. The Attorney General has also removed Dilukshi Das Wickramasinghe from duties in the post of Solicitor General. Additional Solicitor General Sanjay Rajaratnam has been assigned to cover her duties. The coordinating official to the AG further says that it is not possible to conduct an investigation against her, who is functioning in the second highest position in the Attorney General's department, by a junior official. Only the AG is able to conduct an investigation in this regard. The AG's coordinating official adds that if the issue is directed to a judicial procedure, problems would arise regarding the AG appearing on behalf of the government, as the AG is the person who is providing legal advice on part of the government.
Minister Sajith Premadasa says that certain groups are making statements regarding dangers confronted by the Buddha Sasana in order to fulfill their political ambitions. He also says that so-called super Buddhists did not take action to protect Buddhism while they were in power. The minister made these remarks on the occasion of the opening of the new building of the Sri Sudarshana Dhamma School in Veheragala Purana Raja Mahaviharya in Mahamadeva Navagattegama in Putlam. A sum of 4 million rupees has been spent on construction of the building through funds of the Central Cultural Fund. It was built under the Sisudam Sevana program.
සංවර්ධන වැඩසටහනක් මේ දියත් කරා. ඒ පිළිබඳව අපි සතුටු වෙනවා. ඒ වගේම ආඩම්බර වෙනවා. කොච්චර බුද්ධ ශාසනය පිළිබඳව කවුරු මොන දේශනා කරත් බෞද්ධයෝ හැටියට අපි කනගාටු වෙනවා. ඔය උසස් බෞද්ධයෝන් යයි කියා ගන්නා වූ පාලකයන්ට බැරි වුණා මේ වගේ දහම් පාසල් සංවර්ධන වැඩසටහනක් ආරම්භ කරන්න. අපි බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා සම්බුද්ධ ශාසනය ආරක්ෂා කරන්න. අපි බොරුවට බුද්ධ ධර්ම ගැන කයිවාරු ගහන්නේ. හැබැයි අපි එක දෙයක් කරනවා. ඒ දේ තමයි සම්බුද්ධ ශාසනය ආරක්ෂා කිරීම උදෙසා ලබා දිය යුතු ඉහළම දායකත්වය ලබා දෙන්නට අපි කටයුතු.
The Mahasangha, parliamentarian Rangi Bandara and a large number of residents were also present on the occasion.
Parliamentarian Mujibur Rahman says that Gotabaya Rajapaksa should make a clarification on the fact established by Kelly Ramukwela regarding making payments to terrorist leader Zahran. He made these remarks at a media briefing today. MP Mujibur Rahman said that it has been reported that the then Defence Secretary Gotabaya Rajapaksa had paid salaries through intelligence divisions to extremist groups. This fact has not been rejected by Mahinda Rajapaksa as well, though the issue had come into surface several times. The parliamentarian added that Kelly Ramukwela had said at a debate that they had paid money not only to Zahran but to Pottu Aman as well. The parliamentarian has stressed that Gotabaya as well as Mahinda Rajapaksa should clarify on this matter.
Non-executive grade government employees have commenced a trade union agitation today by taking sick leave. The general public were compelled to face severe difficulties as a result. Service supplies, district secretaries and state institutions throughout the island were destabilized as a result of the trade union action conducted by 34 trade unions in the State Management, Assistant Development and Grama Seva divisions. As a result, a restless situation has been created among those who had arrived at the Department of Immigration and Emigration at Pattaramulla to obtain services. Our correspondent says that employees in the Department of Motor Traffic in Kurunegala did not take part in the strike conducted by the employees in the public administration sector.
We move on to a story attracting international spotlight. Well, Game of Thrones capped its epic run with its fourth Emmy as the Best Drama Series, equaling its single-year record of a dozen trophies at the Emmy Awards last night. Fleabag was the most upset winner for the Best Comedy and picking up 4 awards, including acting and writing honors for its star, Phoebe Waller-Bridge. The 71st Primetime Emmy Awards was held at the Microsoft Theater in Los Angeles, California yesterday.
And the Emmy goes to Game of Thrones.
HBO's medieval fantasy series stormed the Emmy Awards Sunday night, taking home 12 trophies, including the top prize, Best Drama. The night marks a final bow for Game of Thrones as it closes its run on HBO. Peter Dinklage took the only acting trophy of the bunch for his supporting role as Tyrion Lannister.
No other place could I be standing on a stage like this.
You know when you've done everything?
But the breakout star of the night was Amazon Studios' Fleabag, scooping up the prize for Best Comedy. Its creator and star, Phoebe Waller-Bridge, grabbed a trophy each for Best Comedy Writing and Actress.
It's just really wonderful that to know and reassuring that a dirty, pervy, angry, messed up woman can make it to the Emmys. So thank you so much. Thank you.
And in an Emmys first, an openly gay black man won Best Drama Actor. Broadway veteran Billy Porter won the prize for his starring role in LGBTQ series Pose.
Oh my God, God bless you all. The category is love, y'all, love.
Wow, you look amazing.
The night paid tribute to some newcomers as well. Jodie Comer won a trophy for Best Actress, playing a psychotic assassin in Killing Eve. And Jarrell Jerome won Best Actor for his role in When They See Us. The Netflix drama is based on the story of the Central Park Five, wrongly accused of rape.
This is for the men that we know as the Exonerated Five. It's for Raymond, Yusuf, Antron, Kevin, and King Corey Wise.
HBO's limited series Chernobyl, based on a Soviet nuclear accident, also made a strong showing, taking home 10 trophies. In the final count, HBO won the night, edging out Netflix with 34 Emmys and new bragging rights in the battle for viewers.
Now let's have a look around Asia in 1 minute.
Typhoon Tapa approached southwestern Japan with heavy rains and strong winds, grounding hundreds of regional flights. 1 woman died and 30 people have been injured from the typhoon. Bollywood actor Arjun Kapoor interacted with children who are cancer survivors in India's western Mumbai city as he raised awareness on the disease yesterday. Bangkok's waterways are far from clean, with many parts have been clogged with plants and trash. The local government have taken steps to clear the canals. Thai mourners joined a merit-making ceremony marking 1 week after Chuang Chuan, the male giant panda, died at Thailand's Chiang Mai Zoo. Officials and panda lovers gave alms to 19 Buddhist monks. The ancient city of Xi'an, capital of northwest China, and the coastal city of Qingdao came to life in a sea of colors with tens of thousands of LED lights illuminating some of their landmarks.
And from Asia, we are back home with more local stories. Minister Sajith Premadasa has appeared before the Presidential Commission appointed to investigate frauds and corruption in state institutions today. He has given evidence pertaining to a complaint of recruiting employees to the Housing Development Authority without proper approval in the past 3 years. Minister Sajith Premadasa said a statement has been recorded regarding recruitments to the Housing Authority. The minister further said that he believes that their governing authority has acted according to the rules and regulations despite utterances of whatever statements. He also said that he has expressed views in a very relaxed state at this occasion, as they have not committed any offence.
The 8th stage of the Rupavahini Ekata City National Program has commenced in Badulla today. The Presidential Secretariat is implementing the program, which is based on a concept of President Maithripala Sirisena. Many development and hospitality programs have been conducted, centering on 15 divisional secretariat divisions in Badulla, in parallel with the Ratavenuwen Ekata Sitimu national program in Badulla district. The programs included educating those who are looking after disabled persons and guidance of youth over successful accomplishment of vocational plans. Teachers were enlightened on the national program on prevention on drug abuse. The programs have also been conducted at the Hali Ellis Central College through participation of the Navy personnel. Training programs on food technology and preparation of local food varieties without poisonous substances was also conducted. The concluding operations of the Diyakawa, a commemorative military exercise annually organized by the Sri Lanka Army, took place in Kuchaveli in Trincomalee today. 266 officials of the Tri-Forces and 2,610 other officials have taken part in the operation. A special feature has been the participation of 85 persons representing 13 countries. They have connected to the exercise on the observer level and also directly involved in the program. The Air Battalion Commander Regiment, the Special Task Force Mechanical Infantry Regiment have also joined the exercise representing Sri Lanka Army. The Special Mechanical Task Force of the Sri Lanka Navy and the Helicopter Task Force and other units of the Air Force have also participated in the program.
Well, today is the fourth day of the Colombo International Book Exhibition. The event is being conducted for the 21st occasion by the Sri Lanka Book Publishers Association. The national television is the official media sponsor of this exhibition this year as well. Well, the exhibition premises is comprised of 425 stalls. The visitors to the exhibition have shown strong attraction to the stalls of countries like India, China and Japan. New books are being unveiled at the exhibition site every day. Sinhala translations titled Satya Girikandu Pamula by Kapila Gamini Jayasinghe and Sri Lankava Thiranatmaka Kademaka by Asanka Gunasekara were presented today. The Ministry of Cultural Affairs has been organizing numerous cultural displays on the sidelines of the book exhibition. Free transportation services are being provided for the benefit of the visitors. The Colombo Chief Magistrate Court has ordered 3 electronic media institutions to hand over unedited videotapes which contain statements of Vimal Veeravangsha and Uday Gammanpilla to the Department of Criminal Investigations today. Well, they are to be obtained for the investigations to be conducted regarding the former Defence Secretary Gotabaya Rajapaksa. Colombo Chief Magistrate Lanka Jayaratne has given this order according to the request made by the CID.
And now on the stock update, the all shares price index closed at 5,776.48 points, dropped by 17.41 points, and the S&P and SL20 index closed at 2,759.75 points, also dropped by 6.31 points at the end of trading in the Colombo Stock Exchange today. Turnover was 485 million rupees. And here's a summary of market details of the Colombo Stock Exchange today. And now the weather forecast. Met Department says that prevailing showery condition over the island is expected to continue during next few days. Showers or thundershowers will occur over most parts of the island. The Met Department further added that heavy falls about 100 to 150 millimeters are likely at some places in southern, Sabaragamuwa, central and western provinces. Fairly heavy falls above 75 millimeters are likely at some places in northwestern, northern, Uva and eastern provinces, according to the Met Department. The department has requested the general public to take adequate precautions to minimize damages caused by temporary localized strong winds and lightning.
Well, looks like it's going to be a gloomy day tomorrow. Nevertheless, we wish you a bright day tomorrow. And this is the end of the news. Do enjoy the rest of the programs. Take care and good night.
Good night.